Hey, welcome to AI TV. We're broadcasting live from AI Expo Africa 2020 online, the COVID edition. We've gone virtual this year, and so has our AI TV studio. So we're interviewing our sponsors and speakers around the world using Zoom. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome Jack, who's the founder of Tur.ai, which is short for touring. And he's based in Amsterdam and was one of the members of the Dutch International Pavilion that we hosted online at the show in our virtual expo hall. We actually had over 30 international companies visiting us this year through our pavilions, and Jack's company was one of them. So Jack, welcome to AI TV. And yeah, how did you find the show?
Hi Nick. Thanks for having me. And thanks for all the effort in organizing the show despite all the COVID
Thank you.
implications. It's actually the first time I've been doing the all virtual conference in my life.
Same here.
And yeah. And look, it's been quite of experience. Very interesting, very positive. A lot of the things to be learned. But overall, nice energy, nice vibe. Such amazing crowd. So much useful panels and talks and conversations and networking. So thanks a lot for actually doing this. Despite the COVID, well, life show must go on. Life needs to move on.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, Jack, look, I mean, AI TV is all about showcasing new companies, new technologies, new people who are breaking new ground in the 4IR community. Can you tell us a little bit about Tur and what your product and service is all about?
Definitely. Tur is an advanced intelligent automation platform. Well, intelligent automation for maybe people who are not really familiar with all this evolvement and the trends is it's a new generation of RPA solutions where RPA was all about automating the tasks and all desktop activities, where intelligent automation is its evolution to it. It's so much more to it because it takes a holistic view of entire process, and process is so much more than the task. It's interaction, it's communication, it's decision making. So basically, with intelligent automation, you can have it. And Tur, unlike other players in this field, is really focused on being business user friendly solutions, because there are so much great tools where technical people or engineers could get to work to help companies to evolve, but it's actually very little of the tooling which is accessible and understandable by the non-IT people, non-tech people. So that's where we've been trying to change things with Tur. We're focusing on automating marketing and procurement workflows. At this stage, we're still a startup, so we cannot go too much broad. And actually, that's not even what we wanna to do, because we really want to focus and be very good and successful with what's close to our heart. And Tur has been used since 2016 by large businesses, mainly in Benelux, and our customers is very happy with the results that they had. We've been helping traditional food companies, retail companies in healthcare, in public sector, to improve the happiness and just the well-being of their employees and counterparties. That's a small reference to the procurement processes. I think we all know what it's all about. And companies have seen also big cost reductions, well, OPEX cost reductions, and also some new revenue drivers from actually changing their workflows and processes with our solution. So in a nutshell, that's who we are, and that's what we do.
Okay, I mean, it's really interesting, Jack. Let's give our viewers an example. So I'm a marketeer. I'm the head of marketing in a company, in one of your customers. How can marketing use RPA and artificial intelligence to drive a better experience and value for the marketing team? Can you just give us an example of how that works?
Yeah, that's a great question. I give you one example that is like really fresh in my memory. So, well, as a part of your marketing activities, yeah, you have this always a battle for reducing the cost of customer acquisition. Because normally you do it very traditional ways, especially for the companies like we deal with. So it's a lot of like flyers and a lot of campaigns, a lot of TV ads, all of that. And well, with everything changing, with the customers becoming more bombarded all over the place with all the different types of promotions, it's becoming harder and harder and harder to actually reach the customer with your advertisement. And there are like new ways of doing the campaigns. Take like a cashback campaign as an example, where, for instance, you want to put your new product up into market through the retailer, of course, if you're working in the like food production business. And for instance, you want to reward that person, giving him something back. It can be just like giving them back part of entire value of their purchase, or giving them something else. Where you need to really like run it at scale, you're gonna face a lot of the challenges, because you need to communicate that, and you need to communicate that on multiple channels. You need to do it with your flyers. You need to do it also digitally. You need to do it in the different messengers. You need to do it on Facebook. You need to do it in so many places. And when people understand that, so you pretty much reach them, a lot of the times the entire the purchase is still happening at the retailer, and the marketeer who works in the production company, he has very limited ability to actually influence the retailer. So basically, how do you actually understand from the people that they purchased the product? The good solution is actually have them to send you the receipt, where somewhere in this like very long list of your groceries and everything, for instance, there is a product where you wanted to reward a person. But can you imagine what happens when you do it at a scale with your small or even large marketing team, where you will be receiving hundreds of thousands of those submissions? Most of them will be all genuine and all valid. Well, sometimes it happens that people also trying to abuse it. So you need to really have a way to actually validate those receipts, that you need to understand and even match like the value, I'm sorry, not the value, but the actual product that have been purchased, because the way how you have it in your system is very different than the retailers. You also need to understand the price if you wanted to return it back, or you want to return a fraction of it. So that's a hell of a lot of work, which you just cannot do at a scale if you don't have any automation in place. And that's, for instance, where Tur stepped in and helped, because we took care of entire chain. We gave a solution to the marketeers to set up the campaigns, to send everything across different channels, to collect all the feedback jointly coming from digital and from traditional offline, to analyze, to make sure that it's all valid, to calculate, and to actually execute everything up to the point where there is a payroll and the customer is rewarded.
Well, that's really fascinating, Jack. I mean, I think the challenge that we have in this space is that a lot of the technologies we're dealing with allow us to do things at scale, because you're removing people from the process, manually processing things. And then when you're looking at, say, a retail supply chain, looking at thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of products, the distribution, the sale, the marketing, there's a lot of data points there. And I think, retailers now are looking at these platforms like yours to, improve their system and to also give more value back to their customers. So it's a very interesting space you're playing in. I mean, just to wrap up, Jack, where do you see platforms like yours going over the next 5 years? I mean, we're seeing the integration of RPA and AI now coming together. Where do you see your product evolving to in the future?
Well, the evolution of our platform will be mainly in creating more and more processes that the business folks can use more of as a template, and get to work with them effectively. Because where we see a little bit of a mismatch between what the business wants and what the technology providers who are active in the field can accomplish, that they're too much focused about giving these solutions to IT people. Yeah. And well, IT people, they are great, they are smart, and they already are able to actually apply the programming to make it work for them. Where we see actually a need to give a tooling to business and non-technical folks to actually do the same. And so this is rather important.
So you see that as an emerging trend, that the business user, making this much more simpler, making RPA simpler for the business user rather than it just being an IT project. I mean, I think that's a common theme in many technology paradigms. That I mean, I don't know whether you saw at our show the Vicky, the synthetic host. We generated that film just using text, NLG, NLP. And the face and the actor and the background and the soundtrack, it's all generated as a film in just a matter of minutes. Now, I'm not a studio guy. I don't do filming, in the traditional sense. I don't make corporate videos, but I can now make a corporate video just using that technology. It was actually one of the companies at the show, and it sounds very similar to what you're working on. Is the idea to sort of simplify and make RPA more accessible to the business user rather than the technical kind of IT project that perhaps it normally is. So that is very interesting. Jack, I mean, just to close it now, I mean, just want to say thank you very much for coming to AI Expo Africa 2020 online. A new experience for you and us. And also, I think the international pavilions were a great way for people like you and your company to come to a brand new continent, look at some of the potential customers. And we had retailers, banking, insurance, and many, many others. I think we had over 500 unique companies at the show. And hopefully over the coming weeks, some of those interactions will turn into leads for you. So I just want to say thank you for joining us, Jack, and good luck with your journey with Tur and your RPA product. And just want to say thank you for joining us on AI TV.
Thank you, Nick. And I also want to say big thanks to Dutch Embassy and Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who did an incredible job of actually helping Dutch startups to present themselves and do something meaningful and valuable also on the Africa continent, where yeah, it's a lot of the things to be improved over there, and we're very fascinated about the opportunity to do so.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.